All right, Dr. Josh here, my Metabolic Reboot Masterclass number 3, and in this class we are going to learn, we're going to wrap this all up real quickly, talk about what we've achieved, and we're going to talk about month 3 and how metabolic rebooting, what that means. And we've chosen the word direction, and we've chosen the word direction because the process that we're moving through, we're understanding exactly how our body's supposed to function, and now we can direct it into processes that we want it to achieve. Because if we're living in metabolic chaos, if we're taking in all these toxins and our detoxification pathway isn't working right, and we're gaining weight, we're losing energy, we're not feeling right, we're starting to accumulate these risk factors. We've put ourselves into metabolic chaos where our body and our body cells are like, hey, listen, dude, I can't keep up with you. I can't do these things. I can't keep you right. All right. And so what we want to create, what we want to direct the body to, is we want to direct it out of metabolic chaos and into metabolic balance. I also like the word then metabolic flexibility. And metabolic flexibility is being able to shift your body into certain things that you want it to do. I want my body to burn fat for fuel, which is a clean, more efficient way of utilizing fuel to create ATP. Sometimes I'm going to have a higher carbohydrate diet, so I can create flexibility on making sure that I can do that and still be efficient in doing that. All right, I want to have a highly responsive detoxification system. Okay, so I want to be able to direct my body to do certain things and specific things in a very calculated fashion when I want to do it. So it's like on demand, right? I can do this stuff on demand, and I've spent the time to reboot my metabolism so I can have that flexibility, so I can attend to this part, so I can have higher immune responses, so I can decrease the viral replication, so I can make sure that I get through an illness real quick, so I can recover and respond to my training regimen, right? And that's what metabolic flexibility, and this is what this type of system gives me the capacity, and the people who I work with, the capacity to do that. And then the biggest thing here, not the biggest, one of the biggest things is immune modulation. There's a difference between the functionality of immune stimulation and then ultimately modulation. So immune stimulation is just this response to some pathogen, just some response to a foreign invader of our body where everything is sent. Okay, I'm going to send everything because I want ultimately to know what it is and I want to pounce on it, right? But then the next thing is that once we identify what this is, we want to have a very modulated or balanced or calculated response to what we need to do with that invader. When we look at this pathogenic load that is at a level where our body can't handle, when we're looking at things that are called autoimmunity, we've sent our immune system out of balance, and we continue to have an overstimulation and overstimulation and overstimulation. Well, if we have these subacute overstimulations over a period of time, that's what your body gets used to. It's always in a stimulatory manner, and it's never going to get into this modulated or this calculated response. So you're never going to be able to balance your immune system. So I want to direct action towards modulation so I know that my immune system is making a calculated response to anything that would affect it. And then the last thing here is, in order to survive, in order to live to 120 years old, we have to create an abundant amount of energy. And energy is called ATP. And ATP is the gasoline that our body uses in order to do the work that it's supposed to do. You can't get ATP if you don't eat food. You can't make ATP if you're not absorbing nutrients. You can't make ATP, you can't increase your energy if you have a high toxic load. So ATP makes the world go round. And in that third month of the quarantine reset system or the metabolic reboot process that we jump on with Quicksilver and their materials, the process month number 3, once we've optimized our detoxification systems, once we've created autophagy, now we're in metabolic matching and we're starting to create that immune modulation and metabolic efficiency. Now we can create and produce abundant amounts of ATP. Because if we're just trying to survive, if we're just trying to keep going, we're not going to be in a point where we're healing. And if we're not in a point where we're healing, because we can't do both, we're not going to be in a situation where our body can produce massive amounts of ATP or massive amounts of energy for our body, for our cells to work right. This is the end product of being able to get exactly what you want to get. If we create ATP, we lose weight. If we create ATP, we have great bowel function. If we create ATP, our brain and our nervous system work correctly. And so we want to get into a position where we're getting rid of the toxins, where we're improving body composition, and we are igniting the mitochondria, because we're backing off the pathogenic load. We're igniting the mitochondria to produce abundant amounts of ATP. And when you have that down, all right, then you can improve your health, you can have metabolic flexibility, you can achieve your goals, and you can decelerate aging, and you can increase and improve the trajectory of your health, and the possibilities at that point are endless. And so that's why I put this together, is because when you achieve these 3 things, all right, it's not, you've transitioned your metabolism to a point where there's no return. And that's different between these fad diets and trying to work yourself out of it, and depriving yourself of the food where you're, ultimately irritable and starving all the time, and you're just trying to do all these things and take all these supplements, and you're not getting any better. You're not changing, you're not achieving your goals, all right? And so this is a way right now that I've taught you to be able to do it yourself and know how to do it yourself. Or if you're in a position where you're like, I want to know more, I want to do this with some structure, I want some help with these specific areas, that's exactly what we do and what we help to help people restore the foundations of their health. Okay? So it was great working with you here. If you have any questions, if you want to reach out, we're always available for 15-minute catch-up phone calls for some specific questions. Also, if you are looking or have not gotten into it yet, we do have a very modulated system. We have an online system in place that will go through the 3-month supplement strategy with you and help you change the facets of nutrition, dieting, mindfulness, advanced detoxification processes, our immune system process to stimulate and modulate the immune system. And there's going to be other bonuses and hacks in there about how to read your labs, how to read your blood labs, and really start to participate in your health in a way where you can achieve basically what you want. So I look forward to seeing your progress, checking in with us here either on our social media or giving us a call. And best of luck to you in your health now and in the days to come. I'll talk to you soon.